doing duodenum, divisions, position, syntopy, blood supply today. So always start off by dividing the question. We'll just talk about what the duodenum is, then the divisions of the duodenum, syntopy of the divisions, now and the blood supply and the scheme. What is the duodenum? Duodenum is a C-shaped organ. It's the starting part of the small intestine. It's responsible for neutralizing the acidic content released from the stomach, and there's the site where the bile juices and the pancreatic enzymes are released here. It's the uh, it's the part of the foregut till the major duodenal papillae and midgut right after that. Um, it's approximately 12 inches in length and it's present at L1 to almost L3 levels actually, the horizontal part of the duodenum. Now, the divisions of the duodenum. There are four divisions: the superior or the ampulla, the descending, the horizontal part, this part, and then the ascending part of the duodenum. The superior part has zero folds, almost no folds in this region, and it is the only intraperitoneal part of the duodenum, and the hepatoduodenal ligament uh, begins here. It's attached there, and this is almost at L1 level. Now let's go to the descending part. Um, this is present to the left of the hilum of the kidney and on the right of the L2 vertebra. There are two papillae in this region. The minor one is present above the major one. The major one, there are two ducts emptying into this papillae. Would be the ducts would be bile duct and the main pancreatic duct. And there's a minor one. If you can see, there's a small accessory pancreatic duct which opens up here. And this accessory duct known as duct of Santorini and the pancreatic duct of Versang, the main one. And that's about it for the descending part. And now the horizontal part, it's present at L3 level. Nothing too special about that. Remember, the superior part was the only intraperitoneal. So the rest of this is retroperitoneal, behind the peritoneum. The picture in the next slide will clear this out. Now the ascending part of the duodenum, it goes up from L3 level almost to L2 level, and then becomes the jejunum at the duodenojejunal flexure, which is the beginning of the root of mesentery as well. Now syntopy, ampulla. Let's start off with the ampulla. It's the superior portion. Ventrally would be the gallbladder and the visceral surface of the liver. The liver is supposed to be right here, but it was taken off, obviously. And behind this part would be the bile duct, which comes from the gallbladder and goes behind it, and then goes and empties into the major duodenal papillae along with the pancreatic duct. And you'll have the inferior vena cava and the portal vein as well, hepatic portal vein. Superiorly, you'll have the hepatoduodenal ligament right here. The contents of the hepatoduodenal ligament are the hepatic portal vein, the proper hepatic artery, and the bile duct. Important to remember that. And inferiorly, you'd have the head of the pancreas right here, or also known as the uncinate process of the pancreas. And now the descending part of the duodenum. If you can see here, you can see a duplicature of how do you say, almost a wrap kind, almost a plastic kind of looking object there. This would be the root of mesocolon. The root of mesocolon is the one right here. This is the root of mesocolon, and this would be the root of mesentery right here. So the root of mesocolon, the transverse mesocolon, goes over the descending part of the duodenum, and the ventrally to that would be the gallbladder and visceral surface of the liver as well. And dorsally behind the descending part would be the bile duct, obviously, and the pancreatico-duodenal arteries. We'll get to the blood supply in a bit. Now, the horizontal part of the duodenum, ventrally, you would have the root of mesentery, as we talked about, begins at the duodenojejunal flexure. And the root of mesentery is basically how the rest of the small intestine attaches to the back of the abdominal wall, and the same for the transverse mesocolon, where the transverse process of the large intestine attaches to the back of the abdominal wall. So ventrally you'd have the root of mesentery for the descending part. Dorsally you'd have the right ureter. You cannot see it in this picture, but as you can see this structure, this would be the kidney. From here would be coming its urine, the ureter. The right ureter would pass right behind it. That's why we can say it's present dorsally to the duodenum. You'd have the psoas major muscle as well. That would be on the right side of the vertebra. Um, and you'd have the inferior vena cava as well. It doesn't end right here. It keeps on going down and splits at L4 level, almost L4 or L5. And you have the abdominal aorta as well, right behind. It definitely, that one splits at L4 level. And now the ascending part of the duodenum. Ventrally, you have the transverse mesocolon and the stomach, which should be right over it. And dorsally, you have the abdominal aorta and the left psoas major muscle. And the blood supply now. The blood supply is from basically it's better to go step by step, the origin of the artery. So this would be the celiac trunk. Following this, you'd have the common hepatic artery, which splits into the hepatic proper, and um, the gastroduodenal artery, which gives off the branches at uh, superior anterior pancreaticoduodenal arteries and superior posterior pancreaticoduodenal artery, respectively. And the superior mesenteric artery, which comes here, this is the superior mesenteric artery, uh, comes down here over the duodenum, and it gives off branches, the inferior anterior pancreaticoduodenal artery and the posterior pancreaticoduodenal arteries. So that's it for the blood supply. And the second last slide has the structure that you would need. I mean, the last slide has the structure, the picture that you'd need to draw in the final exam, except not just the blood supply, you'd have to draw the the ducts that join into the duodenum as well. But that's about it.